DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. The most popular post on my website for the last 10 years is this article that I wrote about. If you want to play pro basketball, read this. You just Google overseas basketball. You'll probably see that article on the first page. Spend some time at the top and moves around, but it's always up there. Probably the most popular article about overseas basketball probably ever written, if I may say so myself. And I'm not saying that as an opinion, I'm saying that as far as the actual traffic. But anyway, on that post, the very first, I think I laid out 5 or 6 like general principles people need to understand if they want to play basketball overseas. And the first point that I laid out on that page is, and you go read it, it says it still right now, make a fucking decision. Make a fucking decision. Why is that the number one point? Because for me, my thing in life has never been about, I never ever thought like the way that I'm gonna succeed is, somebody gotta tell me the steps and the process, and somebody gotta give me all this advice, and I gotta gather all the information, and then once I have all that in place, then I could do what I gotta do. I've never been the type of person who thinks like that. Even still to this day, I don't think like that. Even as an entrepreneur, even as somebody who's written 22 books and made 100 plus programs for people to take home and use on their own. And I coach, I consult, I do professional speaking, I've done TED Talks, I played basketball professionally. Even through doing all those things, I've never seen the key as I gotta get the information, the strategies, the steps, etc., etc. Not to say that those things aren't valuable, and I'm not saying that they don't matter. What I'm saying is that's not the key. And a lot of people come to me, and one of the reasons why that article is so popular is because people go on Google and they look up, what do I need to do to play basketball overseas? If I wanted to play ball, and understand this video is not about playing basketball, but if I wanted to play ball overseas and I was just coming out of college right now, I would Google how to play ball overseas, and I would read that article and I'd be like, yo, this person gets it. Now it's my fucking article, so of course I would say that. But the point that I'm making is, in life is really about, like, for you to achieve some, what you consider big time achievement or something that's significant for you in your life, is not about let me get more information or somebody got to give me some advice. Or I always get questions from players who want to play ball. They say, I read your article, but do you have any other advice besides what's in the article that can help me? And I'm like, I don't say this to them, but I've said it a few times, but most of the time when I see that, I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck do you want me to do? You want me to pull a magic trick for you and get you overseas? Like, what do you want? I just told you the first point is make a fucking decision. Like, because the thing is, people, once you make a decision that you're gonna do something, that does not mean that is immediately gonna happen. That doesn't mean everything's just gonna pop off just because you said something. What it means is, all the resources that you have are going to start working in the direction of making that thing happen when you made a real decision. The thing is about a decision is you've cut off every other option. You cut off every other contingency, or you cut off every, what if this doesn't work out? You cut off what if nobody helps me out? You cut off, what if I don't get any more information? What if no one has any advice for me? What if I tried all these things and nothing worked? If you've made a real decision, if any of those things come to pass, you tried a whole bunch of stuff, nothing worked, nobody wanted to help you out, nobody offered you any information, all of that happened, but you've actually made a decision already, you're going to keep going. You're going to keep looking, and you're going to keep seeking. And the thing in life is, if you look for anything long enough, you're going to find it. And you keep trying to do something long enough, you will do it if you've made a real decision. And notice that this has nothing to do with your resources, who helps you out, how much information you got, how many websites you read, how many blog posts you memorized, everything that they said, all that shit. And a lot of athletes come to me with this, like, information, I need more help, if somebody could, guide me or give me an opportunity. A lot of athletes come to me using that language. And whenever I hear that, most of the time I say to myself, 96% chance they ain't going nowhere. They'll never play overseas. You'll never get a stamp in your passport. Nobody's ever going to sign you. And this has nothing to do with your ability to play basketball. I don't even know who these people are, so I don't know if they can play or not. It might be as good as no fucking Kobe, and it might be trash. It doesn't even matter. Because in life, if you want to do something that's kind of challenging to do, it's not so easy to do, the step-by-step, this is exactly how it's done, that isn't available. There isn't no, because something like playing ball overseas, there is no clear step-by-step, because it's a case-by-case situation and things are always changing. There's no clear path to exactly how to do it, and it's guaranteed to work. So anything in life that fits that description, that there's no 100% foolproof, anybody can do this and it's gonna work, anything in life you do that fits that description, it's way more about the decision you make than it is about the resources you have on hand or how smart you are or how many people want to help you out. And the challenge that a lot of people have in life is that it's almost like they're afraid to make decisions. And people are afraid to make decisions because once you make a decision that you're going to do something and you let people know, whether you let your wife know, your kids know, your family, your team, your followers, even if you just let yourself know, now you're responsible for it. Right? Now you gotta own it. Right? Now you gotta stand on it. Now you gotta live up to what you said you was gonna do or what you told yourself you were gonna do. And a lot of people don't wanna live with that level of responsibility because you know what the number one thing they're thinking? What if I don't deliver? What if I don't come through? What if this doesn't work out? What if I take ownership of this and I say I'm going to do it and I start taking all these actions and I don't get the result? Most people stop themselves from achieving things because they're thinking about that more than they're thinking about the actual achievement that they want to achieve. They let their mind overpower them. Their mind overpowers their emotions, their spirit, their everything. Because the mind's giving you the wrong feedback. It's telling you, oh, well, you might not succeed. You might fail. You might come up short. You might embarrass yourself. You might not live up to the things that you said. And people allow that to keep them. It's not even after they make a decision. They allow that to keep them from ever making a decision in the first place. So they never decide on anything. Then they never achieve what they want to achieve. And then they wonder why they're unhappy, why they feel unfulfilled, or why they look back. You get to 30 years old, you look back on your 20s like, damn, I ain't do shit. Or you get to 40, you look back on your 30s, you get to 50, you look back on your 40s, you're like, damn, I didn't do shit. Why didn't I do all these things? I had all these dreams, I had all these goals, I had all this stuff that I wanted to accomplish. Listen, everybody got things that they want to accomplish. It's only a select few motherfuckers actually do the shit that they want to do. And it's not because the select few is just smarter than everybody else, or they got luckier than everybody else, or none of that shit. It's a matter of, did you make the decision that I'm absolutely doing this? It don't matter what else happens or what other things come my way. And that's why, to me, like when people ask me or I just talk about it myself, my favorite album of all time, still to this day, is Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent. 50 is still my favorite rapper. He don't even rap no more, basically. He don't even put music out like that. But he's still my favorite because just the energy behind what he did. I mean, everybody knows 50's story. He was coming up, he was coming out in rap, he was starting to have a career, got shot, damn near died, came back from it, and he blew up. And his whole career and life and everything blew up off that. And he's still famous to this day, even though he don't even put out music like that. Because the energy of, he said this in his interviews, like when somebody really decides they're gonna do something, it's way different than you having an idea or a goal. It's just like, yo, fuck this. This is happening no matter what. And you could think of somebody like Tupac, All Eyes on Me album, after he got shot and he was in jail and he came out and he's had it was just an energy behind the way he moved from that point forward, from the outside looking in. I didn't know Tupac, I don't know 50, but just the energy of, you can feel it when somebody's made a real decision, they're gonna do something, even if it's not working yet. Those guys are extreme examples because they're famous and everybody knows their name. But even a regular, everyday person, once they make a decision that they're gonna do something, like you can feel when somebody's made a real decision they're gonna do something, and when somebody's just hoping and wishing and praying and waiting for something to happen. Rather than somebody's like, yo, this is fucking happening. I don't care if it take a year, 10 years, 5 years, 3 weeks, this is gonna happen. The question for you then is, the takeaway I want you to take from this video is, what do you really want to do, and are you willing to make that decision? Are you willing to cut off every other option and say this is absolutely happening? Most people just ain't got the heart to do it. The question is, do you? Work on your game. Dre all day.